Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to a brand new week and to the live reading from Ramayana, the story of Lord Ram, compiled by His Holiness Bhaktivikas Swami. And we are reading the Yuddha kanda at the moment. And the spies were sent into the Lord Ram's camp by Ravan, and they delivered the news to Ravan, Shuka and Sarang, and they were advising Ravan not to go ahead with the war but to stop the war and return Sita Devi to Lord Ram. But Ram is not listening to anyone. Sorry, it was Shuka and Saran, not Sarang, Saran. So we'll continue from there. Shuka and Saran became ashamed to hear Ravan chastise them in this way. Hoping to pacify their master, they shouted, "O king, may victory be yours," and then departed. Ravan ordered Mahodara to bring more spies forward. Soon afterward, Shardul and others arrived, pronouncing benedictions for Ravan's victory. Ravan ordered the spies to ascertain the enemy's plans. Then the spies circumambulated Ravan and slipped out to where Ram and the monkey soldiers were camped. Although the spies were disguised as monkeys, Bhishan easily detected them as Rakshasas and arrested them. Then the monkeys surrounded them and beat them severely. However, when their plight came to Ram's attention, he mercifully ordered that they to be set free. Returning to Lanka in a stupefied condition, Shardul and his men came before Ravan and reported, "The enemy army of monkeys is now encamped near the Suvel mountain. They are incapable of being spied upon. Just moments after our arrival, we were captured by Vibhishan and then beaten up by the monkeys. It is only by the grace of Ram that we were released and able to return with our lives. O king, it appears that Ram is capable of destroying not only Lanka but the entire cosmic manifestation as well. You must either return Sita or immediately be prepared to fight with Ram's army before they reach Lanka's boundary walls." Ravan considered Shardul's words for half a moment and then declared, "I shall never return Sita under my circumstance." Ravan asked for advice from his assembled ministers. Finally, he retired to his private rooms and called for Vidyu Jiha, a Rakshas expert in conjuring tricks. Ravan told him, "I want you to create an illusory head of Ram and a perfect imitation of his bow and arrows. I am going to the Ashok Grove to see Sita. You should follow me and remain hidden. When I call for you, bring your magical creations." Ravan went to the Ashok Grove, eager to see Sita. He came before the anguished daughter of King Janak and announced, "Ram has been slain by my commander-in-chief. You should give up your stubbornness and become my beloved queen. I will tell you how it happened." After Ram crossed the ocean, night set in, and being exhausted, Ram, Lakshman and the monkey warriors fell asleep on Lanka's shore. In the darkness, the great Rakshas heroes went there and began slaughtering all of them. Prahast cut off Ram's head as he soundly slept, and Lakshman, Hanuman and other monkey chiefs were killed as the others fled in fear. "O noble lady, I have brought Ram's severed head here just to convince you that I am telling the truth." Ravan then ordered Rakshasi guards to call for Vidyu Jiva. A magician thus appeared, bearing an illusory head of Ram along with his bow and arrows. Ravan told Sita, "Look, this is the bloodied head of your husband." Then turning to Vidyujeva, Ravan said, "Show Sita Ram's severed head. Let her see the remains of her mortal husband." Vidyujeva placed the illusory head at Sita's feet and hastily departed. Ravan then took Ram's illusory bow and arrows and threw them towards Sita and saying, "Submit to me now, for you have no other hope." The illusory severed head had several features exactly resembling Ram's, resembling Ram's. When Sita saw it, she cried out mournfully, "O Kaikai, this is the result of your evil plans. Now your cherished goal is fulfilled. You must be very happy." Crying convulsively, Sita fell to the ground like a plantain tree uprooted by strong wind. Soon she recovered and sat down beside the illusory head. Lamenting, "O Ram, without you I have become a widow. My life has come to an end. What great calamity could befall a woman than the death of her husband before demise? Alas, I am most despicable, for it is I who have caused the death of Ram. It is for my sake alone that he crossed the ocean, only to die without even a fight. Little did Ram know that when he married me, he wedded his own death as well. Surely in previous life I obstructed the marriage of another girl. Thus how I suffer in this life. O Ram, have you departed for the next world without me?" Sita then said to Ravan, "Please take me to where Ram is." Just at that moment, a messenger arrived informing Ravan that Prahast urgently required his presence in the meeting of his ministers. Ravan departed, and as soon as he was gone, the illusory head and bow vanished from Sita's sight. Entering the assembly, Ravan immediately ordered the Rakshasas to mobilize for fight. Without further discussion, they began preparations for war. Meanwhile, Vibhishan's wife Sarama came to console Sita. Sarma had already befriended her at Ravan's urging, for he did not wish Sita to die prematurely from grief. Sarma said, "I was hiding behind the nearby bush and I could hear everything Ravan said. I can assure you that Ram is not dead. The head you saw was created by Rakshasas' conjurer's trick. In truth, Ram has arrived at Lanka with Lakshman and the army of monkeys. They are now preparing to attack Ravan. That is why Ravan has just left here in such an agitated state. He knows that he is unable to defeat Ram and the monkey heroes under his protection. Even from here I can hear the Rakshasas making preparations. Soon there will be a great war between the two armies. Do not worry, Sita, for Ram will defeat Ravan without a doubt. If you would like to give Ram a message, I can deliver it for you." Sita was greatly relieved to hear Sarama's assurance. She requested to her, "O Sarma, please try to learn that Ravan's plans are. Is he going to fight with Ram, or will he return me to Ram?" She went, and while remaining hidden, overheard Ravan's conversation with his ministers. She returned to Sita and reported, "As I listened, many of Ravan's elder ministers advised Ravan to return you to Ram, describing the unlimited prowess of Ram and Lakshman. Even Ravan's mother urged him to make peace with Ram. Ravan, however, remained adamant. Therefore, I can understand that he will only give you up at the time of death." Even as the meeting was going on, Ravan could hear the sound of conch shells, drums and other noises from the monkeys. Then Malyavan, Ravan's maternal grandfather, said, "A wise king never fights with an enemy who has superior strength. Therefore, I advise you to return Sita to Ram and establish peaceful relations with him. Otherwise, Ravan, you may rest assured that virtue, having taken form of enemy, will conquer your evil self. Because you have persecuted the great rishis, the power of their austerity is now aimed at you for your destruction. Furthermore, the benedictions you received from Lord Brahma did not give you immunity from death at the hands of human beings or monkeys. You should carefully consider the dangerous..." Okay, we will finish our reading here and we will continue from here next time. Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna. Priyam Tat Sat.